Hey, I'm Creech, and today I'm going to be going over everything we know so far about a potentially upcoming Corvette SUV and sedan. None of this is official, but there are heavy rumors flying around right now that the Corvette lineup will expand to include a sedan and SUV. And these rumors aren't completely new, as GM executives have hinted at making this move in the past, and there's definitely a pretty decent chance that this could happen over the next few years. If you're a fan of the Corvette, this is likely viewed as bad news to you, but it doesn't have to be. Viewing the Corvette as a brand separate from Chevy, let's compare it to Porsche. Porsche debuted the Cayenne, its first SUV, less than 20 years ago, and we all know that it has been a wild success since, and Porsche's newer, smaller SUV, the Macan, leads Porsche models in sales. Porsche also debuted the Panamera sedan in 2009, but personally I think a Corvette sedan is unlikely, at least significantly less likely than the SUV, and it just wouldn't make much sense in the current market. Former GM executive Bob Lutz had this to say on a Corvette SUV in 2019. Quote, "What I would do is develop a dedicated architecture, super lightweight, super powerful Porsche Cayenne like, only much better and a little bigger, medium volume Corvette SUV. Target worldwide 20,000 to 30,000 and price it starting at $100,000. Gorgeous interior, no V6 powertrain, no low-end version. It has to be the stellar premium sport utility made in the United States, and the Corvette brand could pull that off." I agree with a lot of what he's saying here, with two exceptions. He insinuates a V8 powertrain, and I think any model that will debut around the 2024 to 25 area will need to be electric. He also suggested a starting price of around $100,000, and I think that's a little high. The current Cayenne starts at $72,000 and the Corvette starts at $64,000, so I think somewhere around the $70,000 mark makes more sense for the Corvette SUV. As for the current executives, Jim Campbell, the vice president of motorsports at GM, said that he wouldn't confirm nor deny a Corvette SUV or sedan, and the president of motorsports, Mark Roos, said it's probably not going to happen. So this is just a rumor for now, but here's one piece of hard evidence. An SUV was spotted in the background of a January GM press event, and it does seem to sport a Corvette-esque front end with a sleek, sporty body. So let's discuss the potential specs. I think that a Corvette SUV would definitely be electric. Developing a high-performance ICE SUV, knowing that its time is limited, wouldn't make much sense, and pretty much every electric GM car for the foreseeable future will be based on the Ultium platform. That doesn't tell us a whole lot because this platform is so flexible, but I don't think it's crazy to speculate that the Corvette SUV will essentially be a higher performance and sportier looking Cadillac Lyriq. We all know that GM is the king of rebadging, and Corvette and Cadillac have shared underpinnings in the past. So if we assume something similar to the Lyriq, what would a Corvette SUV pack in terms of power and performance? The Lyriq has a cushy ride and comfy interior while only pushing out 340 horsepower. That's certainly not worthy of a Corvette badge. However, one SUV to look at is the Hummer EV. The Hummer EV is also based on the Ultium platform, and the SUV version puts out a maximum of 830 horsepower while still getting a decent range of 300 miles. The Hummer EV SUV also puts out an insane 7,400 pound-feet of torque, but that's with 4 motors, which the Corvette SUV might not have room for. And GM says the Hummer SUV does 0 to 60 in about 3.5 seconds. Keep in mind that the Corvette SUV would likely be a good bit smaller than the Hummer, so it might be a little quicker, and the numbers would probably be a little different overall. If GM does end up going this route, the goal would, of course, be to make a successful and profitable product. Would that be possible with a Corvette SUV, or does this still seem too unrealistic to you? Well, let's look at some other established performance brands who have made SUVs or are soon releasing one. Lamborghini has had great success with the Urus, Aston Martin has the DBX, Ferrari is coming out with an SUV soon, Lotus is developing the Eliter, an electric SUV, and McLaren will likely jump into the SUV bandwagon soon as well. At the end of the day, new car buyers love SUVs right now, and while nothing is confirmed and all we can do is speculate, I think a Corvette SUV has been in the works at GM, and I think it will happen sometime in the next few years. So what do you think about a Corvette SUV? Do you like the concept? Do you think it could be successful? And do you think it'll really happen? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. That's all I have for you today. Sort of a shorter video, but I've just been low on time and I want to get something out about once a week from now on. I've also been messing around with the mic setup a little bit, so hopefully this sounds okay. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.